Hello, and welcome to Mechwarrior Online. Today I'm doing a re-review of a mech that I've done a review in the past, and I finally found a build on it, this thing that I really enjoy. And this doesn't look all that impressive at first glance, but believe me, it is. So, what mech are we talking about here? This is the Mauler-2P, and this is the special variant. I think they gave this away about a year ago, and I really love this paint scheme. And I went with the black, red, and white because I think this just looks absolutely dope. Reminds me of the Yakuza for some strange reason. Anyway, so I'm rocking two Thunderbolt 20s. These weigh 15 tons apiece. This is a large commitment to go into, and the fact that they don't have incredible range, which works out to 724 meters, is not incredible. However, the benefit that these have is they do a lot of damage, and when you get inside that close quarters range, I think it's like 180 meters, they still do half the damage that they did before. So each one will still do 10 damage. So that's still 20 damage, and that makes it like at close range they're MRMs with guiding, MRM 10s. I'm also running two small X-pulse lasers on each arm for defensive weapons. And this is plenty. I went with 7 tons of ammo and 3 double heat sinks to go with this, and in order to make this work, I had to go with light, fire, ferro, fibrous, whatever, and endo steel. So what do we got here? Well, we got a firepower of 44, which doesn't seem like a lot. Believe me, it does the job. We have a speed of 58.5 and a heat management of 1.26. Now, as far as the quirks that are come with this thing, they're not incredible, but for what I'm using them for, but they do work really well. So, clan C build bonus plus, or excuse me, chassis C build bonus. Wow, a plus 30. Now, what I'm using is missile spread, minus 5%, cooldown, minus 10%. Missile velocity plus 10%, and laser heat generation minus 10%. Center torso, you're getting plus 17, and right torso and left torso, you're getting plus 14. Here's the big one. Crit hit chance receiving minus 30%. So that really works out to make this thing tanky. Let me show you what you get in the skills, at least what I've got in the skills. I'm almost maxed out on heat generation, but I got full range. I sacrificed velocity because I really needed that heat generation. I went with full features as far as the missiles, especially the high explosives, because that increases crit chance. And I went full density, full armor, and pretty close to full on reinforced casing, with 2 additional overheat damage protection, because this does get a little bit on the hot side sometimes. LRMs are kind of like, or Thunderbolts are kind of like LRMs, so target decay is a benefit. Heat containment, cool run. I sacrifice seismic sensor once again for heat. Radar deprivation with sensor range, and then 2 cool shots and a UAV. That's not the end of this story. Now there is another way to run this that I've found, and let me show you. The other way to run this is to do this with two LRM-20s with Artemis. You get advanced computer and a Beagle active probe, and then 4 medium X-pulse lasers. Still the same number of heat sinks and only 6 tons of ammo, which is more than enough for 2 LRM-20s. But I ran this and I played it back and forth, and I found that the LRM-20s, because they don't do any damage inside the envelope, and I mean 0 damage. Once you get below 180 meters, these do nothing. They might as well not even exist. And I found that even though these have much greater range at 1,035 meters, which is a significant difference, even with the Beagle active probe and the advanced sensor package, it still wasn't enough to offset the fact that the Thunderbolts did a better job of it. So this is really what it came down to for me. is I tried these back and forth. I ran a whole bunch of matches between them, and I'm going to put up a video in a couple of days that has them going back and forth between the two. But going back to the Thunderbolts is absolutely where it's at. These weigh significantly more at 15 tons versus 11 tons on the LRM-20s with Artemis. And I really feel that it's really worth the benefit, honestly. These really just, they fork out the damage. They do significantly more damage, and I think they're less likely to being destroyed by AMS. I don't know if that's true or not, but it really felt like it. So I felt like that was really the big benefit, was to go with these, and the matches have shown it. Anyway, I hope this was useful information, and if you're considering getting this mech, consider getting the Thunderbolt missiles to go with it, because it really worked out really well for me. I just love this paint scheme. It reminds me of the Yakuza for some reason, except for that little Hello Kitty thing.